Are you a South African musician trying to figure out where musicians earn the most in which province? Welcome to this episode where I plan on demystifying just that. Music in Africa released a report studying musicians in South Africa and how much they earn, where they earn, and more or less the distribution of where these musicians earn. I've left the link in the description and in the comments to show you where you can get this full report, but in this video, I plan on sharing the top 5 provinces from bottom to the top that are earning in South Africa. A quick overview of the earnings. Musicians in South Africa approximately on average make 9,890 Rand per month. This approximately translates to 141.6 million Rand generated by musicians per month. So I'm going to give you the 5 provinces from bottom to the top which generated. At number 5, generating 8.5 million Rand per month, which is approximately 6% of all revenue in a month, is the Northern Cape. At number 4, generating approximately 9.1 million Rand per month, 7% of the total monthly, is the Eastern Cape. That is where I'm from. Number 3, 2 and 1 are a little less predictable, but at number 3 it is the Western Cape, generating about 9%, approximately 12.97 million Rand per month, is the Western Cape, home to Cape Town. Now number 2 may be a little surprising actually. At first I thought this would be number 1, so give it away. At number 2 is Gauteng, generating about 19%, 27.2 million Rand generated per month in Gauteng. Last but not least, the province generating the most amount at a whopping 42% of all revenues generated in the country is KwaZulu-Natal, and KZN for those that call it something else. They generate a whopping 58.6 million Rand per month. Now, what does this actually mean for the average musician? First of all, you have to consider that the sample pool was only 3,000 people in the whole of South Africa, done over an 18-month period by the report. And this may be that the people that they were able to solicit to be part of the study in KZN were the higher earners, whereas the musicians they were able to get involved in Gauteng, for example, may be on the mid-level or the low-level earners. So you have to take the report with a pinch of salt. What this may also be linked to is the demographic and the target market that is linked to the people in KZN. KZN is known for their traditional music, Iscatamia, for example, and their radio stations play that music. Another interesting fact with regards to the KZN, the ethnic group, the ethnic music, traditional music and gospel scene is very strong in those regions. So it may be that those people that listen to those genres typically would be buying CDs, whereas the other province of interest, in this case Gauteng, those people are generally more affluent and have more money in general, so they would be linked to the streaming type of things. The report also highlights that ethnic music and gospel music are the genres that earn the most in South Africa based on their report. So it may be that since those two genres are the most earning and KZN is fairly strong in those two genres, you can kind of say, okay, it makes sense why KZN earns way more actually than Gauteng and Western Cape. Another thing that I found interesting is the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape, the revenue generated is actually not that big between the two provinces. The Eastern Cape makes about 7% and Western Cape makes about 9%. So it actually highlights if you're in the Western Cape or Eastern Cape, you may be earning more or less the same amount of money. As a musician and in general any type of business, you want to reduce your costs and increase your incomes. Eastern Cape property in general is a lot cheaper than it would be in the Western Cape. So if your income is more or less the same and you can keep the same revenue streams, moving to the Eastern Cape and having your lower rent may reduce your ultimate costs to run your music business. Another thing that actually is very depressing in my music business is that the genre that earned the least from the report was the urban and pop. So generally something like hip hop would be considered in there. Something like pop also will be considered in the urban and pop. A gray area which I probably need to read the report a lot better is what music is defined as ethnic and traditional. Amapiano could be ethnic and technically could also be considered as pop. So that is a little gray area in the report, probably written somewhere, but just keep in mind that sometimes when you read these reports, there may be a little gray, blurry area where different genres may be put in different sections depending on the committee and how they set up these sub and different categories. I highly suggest that you head over to that report. Link is in the comments and in the description to have a fair view of how the music industry is generating, where it is generating with regards to South Africa. But if you want to watch another video based on this report, watch this video.